section. I ain't even looked at it. I don't know if it's a picture window, a side flap, or whatever. And that way we can accomplish a lot of stuff together, and then we'll just keep swapping in and out. That way everybody gets some tool time, sawzall time, and when we get done, we'll have these sides out. And one thing we still got to do before we leave here today is we got to roll these things on their sides and do some roof cutting. So work as a team, we'll get a lot of shit done really quick, okay?
Sure, once we do the patient thing and the seat removal there, then we can rock and roll wide open.
We got another patient back here on this side, and I do want you to do it where it's elevated like that, because what's your chances of running into that? More than likely. So you need to learn to work with that problem in hand, that you're going to have to elevate yourself to do what you got to do, okay? Nothing's going to be flat on the ground every time. It's easy to train when something's on all of its wheels, but when you got one elevated like that, those are a different situation in it. So when we did this chain cradle, you remember doing that in advanced class? Set up the same way, right? You're just using a bus instead of, what'd you have, Eric?
Pole.
A light pole. You do the same thing with a light pole. So everything's starting to blend in. Remember we told you that? The more classes you take, you'll start seeing all this stuff intertwining together. So, all right, let's move. The guys that's with me outside, as soon as they get the seat cut, we'll start cutting the side out over there, whatever it is. So we're gonna need the generator fired up, extension cord, they should be one over there, and a Sawzall with an 8-inch blade on it.
I have another question.
Yes.
So when we're busting out windows, if we bust out one window and we just sawzall the top and bottom and just move it in sequence, would that be faster?
Yes, it would.
Like you can do that, right?
You can do that, yes.
And they would just slide right out?
You'd have to take one window out and then zip, and you could pull that other back out of your way.
Okay.
That's an option you do have.
Okay.
Like I said, biggest thing, if we could talk everything, this would be a 4-day class.
Mm-hmm.
We want you to think, we want you to do stuff like you're doing, ask questions, could I do this?
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong, yes you can. Remember, them 4 things, as long as them 4 meet, go for it. Say for you, your buddies, the patient, and will it work? Boom, go for it.
Yeah, I was thinking like if we had a patient stuck right here, we just get on either side of these, cut the top, leave that bottom one intact, cut the top and bottoms, and then fold this whole thing down and get them out like that.
Yep, and you're gonna do that on that side over there.
Okay.
Get on in here where you can see.
Thanks.
That'll keep that seat, when you start cutting, from moving. This way I want to do the back. And I don't care if you do it this way, I don't care if you do it this way, just as long as it's in there. I'm not, some people are like, oh, well, you turned it the wrong way. As long as you do it, I don't care how you do it.
Hey, where's your patient? Back, we gotta do a sidewall remover.
Here to the back, so we've got to take
You gotta pick up these 2 windows.
this seat, pot in that one. So I figured we'll rock and roll here, and then we'll just, because this was our picture. Okay.
I was asking her about it, and I was just like, let's
So
just
now,
punch out
now that
one
you've
window
got
and
that
then
wedged
look down
in
the
there,
line
that
with the
seat shouldn't
sawzall
move,
and
right?
just punch windows
In
out
theory.
as we go.
So,
you
9 times
can
out
do
of 10,
that.
they're probably not going to be down that far anyway.
Probably what I would do.
Like right here.
You give me a
But
sawzall, fuck this
there
whole
is
bus
some
up.
seats that set a little bit off the wall. So, do you think we can cut the back off this seat, or we need to take the whole dang seat? What do you think?
Just one bar here.
So,
It's connected to the sides right there too.
basically,
I was thinking if you cut that bar there,
it's
and then you've got 2 bars, it looks there.
it should be metal here.
Sawzall, and let's cut this post out. We'll
This is the most time-consuming thing on a seat part is if you have a patient. But just moving seats, you can pop them up and rock and roll.
Oh, cool. So we wouldn't be able to take the bottoms because it's still bolted in right there.
Do we have, what do we have in here? Cutter, spreader,
Ring cutter here, yep.
cutter,
Ring cutter.
ring cutter.
Cutter.
FYI, we're gonna be cutting a post over here on this side here, making a picture window.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of ring cutters,
So-
we need a new blade on those.
Oh, I know. If somebody will go out there and get us the cutters,
The cutter.
yeah, hydraulic cutters, or the, I'm sorry, the spreaders, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say,
I'm looking at the spreaders, the same cut, I'm looking at it.
the combi tool good?
That's what you want.
It's more compact, yeah. I just,
Okay.
I like the combi just because it's a little bit more compact.
So, now, can you figure out a way to sneak in here and pop this away, completely away? Because this, see that rail that runs down through there? These bolts straight down, so you just need to
Just push it. Don't hold it.
pop it out. Yeah. So, when you do, with these, you just touch them
Okay.
and make sure this lights up. So, see if you can get in here. Now, these are still hooked,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
First thing everybody does is starts popping these loose, and that's fine, according to what you're doing. If you're just taking the seat out with nobody in it, it's no big deal. But if you're gonna pop this loose, and this is still connected, does that help secure it? You can hold all day long. That's bolted to the floor. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So, see if you can get back in this corner to start with. Now, I know this is in the way. We can try to move it. But see if you can just pop it loose, and we'll see what happens. It's already starting to fall. Stop. You're coming on your patient now. So, you basically, go ahead and take it back out. You think you've made a big enough purchase point you can go straight down and pop them that way?
No, it's just tearing in.
So, see this thing?
Yep.
There you go. There's one. See if you can just pop it up off that heater thing.
Pop it off the heater.
The front. See if you can pop it on the front.
Behind you, neighbor.
Sorry. Alright. Now see if you can go to the floor and pop it up. You'll have to come from the front and put it on an angle and go straight up with it. What kind of tools do y'all have at home? Hurst. Coming from Hurst, you'll probably hate these things.
This is so cool.
Yep, see, that's about maxed out for you right there. Alright, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you got this one back here or not. Let's try to pop the front loose.
The front is loose.
The,
Oh, this one?
the inside.
Just going right to the floor.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
So would you be rather just to cut them?
You can. I'm just trying to.
If it's going to the floor like that?
I can see through the floor.
Try to see if you can pop it up from that angle. Right here. And make it go through the floor as well. See the difference in the cutter and a combi, or the spreader and a combi?
Got more power
A
behind
lot
it.
more. So we still got one that's caught right here. So, what? Not yet. we do here. Take our cutters, see if we can cut it. Snip right there. Some of these seats are terrible. Now, once we get this patient out of the way, I'll let you roll. You'll see how quick you can rock and roll through these seats. See how you cut low, cut high, you just cut around that bracket. That makes sense?
Yep.
Because you're not going to be able to get in here to get to where you need to go because of your patient's in the way, right? So, and then from here, if you can shove the thing out the window, then just shove it out the window. Now, let's grab Fred or Tommy, whatever.